All right, we turn now to the weather. Sun's out,
Yes.
so no complaints, but there's some stuff, right?
Yeah, so
That's
the whole
my weather
sun
term.
situation
Yeah.
is going to be changing.
Yeah, with the stuff, right?
With the stuff, definitely. But here's the thing. Areas just north of us have a much bigger problem than what we have coming our way. So let's set it up with that. For tonight, clouds will be on the increase. Temperatures are going to slowly decrease, and we're going to hold in the low 30s as our winds begin to switch around a little bit. We have a storm system approaching. You can see the snow that's already hitting into the Twin Cities area, just now getting into portions of Wisconsin. This is the storm path. Like, this is where all the major problems are going to start to happen, areas farther to the north. As a matter of fact, just outside the city of Detroit, there is an ice storm warning. That does include Ann Arbor and then areas farther west toward Kalamazoo. Then hopping over to the suburbs north of Chicago, just in far southern Wisconsin here. And then north of that, they have the winter storm. So basically, you're looking at a difference between impactful ice and impactful snowfall. Then farther west, the blizzard conditions kick up because of the winds and the frigid air and the whole cold situation with the wind, also setting up wind chill warnings. But that is not where this whole storm system ends. This one is huge. It's already producing anywhere from 6 to 25 plus inches of snow in portions of the Intermountain West. They have blizzard warnings in Wyoming, and you can just kind of see the path that whole storm system will take. Since we are riding right on the edge, we kind of keep a very close eye on how all this goes. All this is based on a forecast. If the track shifts even a little bit, that's when we could start to see some problems sneaking in here. But right now, everything is kind of aiming all the energy to the northeast, and we think that should be enough to keep the real big problems off to the north of us. So the storm system is sitting here in the Western Plains states. It's going to really ramp up, kind of wrap up, and we'll start to see rain moving into the Ohio Valley. Now, you see the little pinks and the whites that cut through northeast Ohio. I'll talk more about that in just a moment. There's a slight window of an icy mix possibility for tomorrow morning before warm air takes over and we just end up with rain. But look how close the ice is just over the border. So if we were sitting out in Lake Erie, we'd probably have a much better chance of having freezing rain than we do here on land, which is great news. But this is a slow-moving storm system. There's going to be another wave that works along and keeps that snow and that ice threat going for portions of Michigan and the upper Great Lakes. Meanwhile, we're just kind of riding with some rain showers, and we don't have the cold air problems until we get into Friday. So a little closer view for you now of your National Designer hour-by-hour forecast. Remember, the clouds are increasing tonight. Our temperature's holding steady, and we are flirting with freezing. We are right on the line. So as the rain moves in, there's a slight chance, as mentioned, we could have a short window where we do have a possibility of a little bit of icy mix, but then our air temperatures go above freezing and that whole problem is alleviated. We'll continue with periods of rain through the day tomorrow, especially areas north, not so much areas south, but look at what happens by the time we hit the end of the day. Our temperatures are warming up beautifully before we finally have that next wave of rain that brings another chance for showers into Thursday morning, and then we get to tap into that warm air. So here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. Low 50s for tomorrow. A lot of that is going to stay south. So remember, we will have a change in temperatures from north to south across the area. All of us get warm, though, for Thursday, and then all of us get cold on Friday. We're in this together, everybody. By the time we hit Friday, though, we do get to tap into some of that drier air, which just so happens to also be cold air. As of right now, the weekend looks fine. 40s, partly cloudy. We can totally deal with that. And then our next chances for rain, our next storm system, clear off into the beginning of next week.
Yeah, the sunshine situation returns at some point.
We want that situation.
We do.
The whole ice situation, we're happy to shove off to the neighbors to the north.
And we're all in it together.
Here we are.
The situation, Betsy's favorite actor. But